So I thought I would carry on or continue our conversation about Maya, this almost, well, at least very difficult power to describe. But it carries on its work really with a power of concealment. I'll read it to you from spiritual knowledge. Maya carries on its work through two powers, known as the power of concealment and the power of projection. The former obscures the knowledge of the observer. It conceals, as it were, the true nature of Brahman in ourselves, in each person. Though in itself insignificant and unsubstantial, yet through an inscrutable power, it hides existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute, which is our true nature, uh, very much like a patch of cloud, which is nothing but water vapor and no bigger than a man's hand, and can conceal the entire sun, which is a million times larger than the earth itself. As the sun, in spite of its self-concealment, retains its brilliance intact, so also the self, or Brahman, in spite of its concealment by Maya, retains in full its nature of pure consciousness. So this power of concealment and power of projection is quite interesting to me. And to get an easy understanding of it, I always run to a dream. Dreams, I really have a strong feeling inside that dreams happen as a means of teaching us the reality, because the reality seems so unbelievable when you read these things in just words. So this power of concealment, you could describe this in the way that we go to sleep. Sleep would be the power of concealment. And you say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, when you go to sleep at night, you forget where you are, you forget your body, you forget your relatives, you forget your life story, all of your memories, all of that gets set away, and you are no longer aware of yourself as you are in the waking state. So that would be the power of concealment. The power of projection then would happen when you start the dream. In that void, or in that absence from what has been concealed from you, now the mind is active and creates an entirely new awareness for you, wherein you take on a new body in your dream. You take on a new idea of self. You can have a new gender. You can have an animal form. You could have no form. All of these different options in a dream is the power of projection. So you get a very clear example of what we're talking about Maya being in the waking state. But in the waking state, what you're concealed from is your true nature. Just like in the dream, you're concealed from your waking identity and all of its memories and components. So also in the waking state, Maya conceals from us our true nature as divine. That Satchit Ananda, the existence, knowledge, bliss that we just mentioned in that reading, gets obscured from us. We identify ourselves then with a new identity, an identity as a body and mind, an identity as a finite being who is only living for X number of years. And we take on just a whole new existence that we call small self or small mind, where you're only concerned about this body and this mind, whereas in our true nature, we are all one. And our nature is love, and our nature is existence, and our nature is wisdom. So when you're wondering who you are, take into account how thoroughly we have been fooled or taken on a ride just by these two powers of Maya, forgetting our nature and projecting for ourselves an entirely new existence with a subset of identity, and just as in a dream, as in falling to sleep. So those are the powers of Maya.